Joffrey, Renly, Robb Stark, they're all thieves. They'll bend the knee or I'll destroy them.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Citadel with me, Grand Maester Stitch, where we're carrying on with our House Blackwood playthrough. Now in the last episode, to catch anyone up who missed it or can't remember what happened, we managed to convert Blackwood Vale and Fairmarket back to the old gods as we wanted, and then we got a claim on Fieldstone, the Blue Fork and Stilfen. So that is a high lordship in itself if we can go over there and claim it, which hopefully we soon will. And we currently have our diplomat in Marlet Bay to get a claim on that so that we can have everything bordering the Blue Fork, and then we'll hopefully be able to colonise Old Stones and rebuild it to its former glory to land the two muds that are obviously in the Reed's Court. We do have our new house as well, where I asked you guys to think of a name for Axel Cup, and it was Derek, I believe, who came up with the name Ravenclaw, and as a huge Harry Potter fan, I just couldn't go against that. To have House Ravenclaw, absolutely awesome. I do need to change the sigil on that, though. I've just realised that I didn't do it. I could have sworn that I did it. The name has changed, so I don't know why the sigil hasn't, so I'll just quickly do that, as I do know where the raven is that I wanted to use. It's quite close to the end somewhere. It's around here somewhere. But yes, we're going to carry on trying to get claims, just waiting and biding our time for the perfect chance to try and expand. Obviously, as we're pretty weak, we don't have a lot of land and a lot of manpower, so we've literally just got to wait until, obviously, that perfect time to make our move against the Hordes and the Iron Island. It's probably not going to take too long. There we go, we'll go for the Black Crow on blue, which fits Ravenclaw very nicely. But yeah, we've just got to wait for that right time. They are currently at war with the Lannisters, but they're actually winning quite heavily, I think. Yeah, 96%, so it probably wouldn't be a wise move to make that move too quick. We did, obviously, in the last episode, make our alliances with the Starks, the Boltons, the Karstarks, and the Umbers, so we've got a lot of northern allies, which is good, as well as the Osgreys, as we're married to a lady of House Osgrey. The recent conversion of Fairmarket to the Old Gods has caused great unrest in the unfaithful parts of your realm. Both noble and peasant alike feel threatened. Okay, so that's not good. That's going to lower our manpower in the Andal regions and the First Man regions of our realm, of course. And betrothed can marry Prince Rickon of the North and Bethany Blackwood. So yes, let's send. Let's get that marriage sorted between those two, which will help improve our relations with the Starks, hopefully. I don't know why he's currently in Brandon's gift, though. Your mercy and wisdom and mercy are leisure. I accept your suggestion that Bethany and Prince Rickon get married. Okay. Does that mean our alliance? We don't have our alliance with the Starks anymore? Off a non-aggression pact, yes. But we've still got an alliance, apparently. May you live in harmony and contentment. I, King Torrin of the North, accept your proposal for a non-aggression pact. Have we not got our alliance with you anymore? Yes, we've still got it. So as long as we can still call upon you, Lord Stark, because we are obviously desperate, massively desperate for your help if we go to any battle. King Lauren of the Rock accepted Iron King Harren the Black's peace offer. There we go. So we're now going to go. The war between the great powers of the realm has subsided for now until the next time. So we're now back under the control of the Horse for now. Does that mean that we should be able to declare war on these lords? Yes, we can declare war to claim Fieldstone. Now, how many men does Lord Osmond Strong have? 662, so we should easily be able to claim Fieldstone. So let's send. Let's call in our men quickly. We do have a decent sized army, not many men from the other provinces, but we do get a hell of a lot from Blackwood Vale. Let's put our main people in charge. Desmond, holy warrior, an inspiring leader and a trickster. Perfect. Especially if we're fighting Andal men as well. And then we'll go for Bernard in the centre and Beren, a siege leader, who's going to be most useful. Let's get our men together. How come we can't call in any of our allies for this? Have we lost our alliances with the northern houses, the Boltons? No, dissolve alliance. We've still got our alliances, but for some reason we're not getting the option to call upon them. Okay, we won't need them for this war, so it's not the end of the world. Maybe they're at war. It did just say that they were fighting the Mandleys by the looks of it, so maybe that's all that's going on there. So yeah, we'll claim Fieldstone, Blue Fork and Stilfen as quickly as possible, giving us 2 high lordships, and then at least when we go for independence, once we have enough strength to go for independence, we don't want to do it too soon, but then at least when we do, we'll be able to name ourselves kings of the Blue Fork, maybe, as we own the Blue Fork, the Red Fork, I don't know. Who knows what we'll call ourselves kings of. Something to do with the old gods. go, and merge our armies together, just waiting for those last 73 men to arrive. Then we'll crush the army in Fairmarket. We'll do that straight away, actually. We'll crush the army in Fairmarket and then march straight onto Fieldstone to get it under control. We will allow Sir Osmond Strong to bend the knee to us, swear his fealty as a loyal vassal, and he can keep his lands. Same with the Viperans of Stilfen as well, an ancient old God's First Man house, which has obviously been converted, so we'll allow them to keep their lands and hopefully convert them back. Then the Blue Fork is ruled over by House Cod, and no one likes House Cod, even in the Iron Islands, and as they're Ironborn, we don't want them in our lands. We will take that land away, and we'll probably give it to House Ravenclaw, to be honest, and land our first custom new house. Let's just march these 73 men to come and help out, and there we go, a great battle in Fairmarket, a great victory. Let's march on to the capital, get it under siege, and that'll be more than enough to win that war. Once we obviously take all of this as well. Oh, okay. Iron King Harren the Black revoked the High Lordship of Seagod from Lord Lionel the Careless. Can we plot to rescue him from prison? We do have good intrigue. Let's do it. Let's plot to rescue him. We want the Malisters on side if possible. We don't have any money really to invite people to get involved. Does that mean has he took Seagod off him? No. I don't want the Malisters to get wiped out. I like House Malister. I wanted to convert them back to old gods and have them as loyal vassals, to be honest. Fate smiles upon me. My wife Desmira is pregnant. That's awesome. Hopefully get another Blackwood son to help spread the Blackwood name. Lord Mathis, I write this letter to you to express my disapproval of your wars of aggression. I urge you to make peace and end the fighting, or else earn the realms I assigned Iron King Harren of the House Hall. My king, I shall do as you command. Iron King Harren has no legal right to demand this. If he gets involved, it don't matter. We should be able to take this castle before he manages to get his banners together to bring us down. Hopefully, we can just call his bluff anyway and take this anyway. Hopefully, he's just not going to get involved. And it was just, oh, you best end this. My lord, news from Winterfell of a trial of combat. Lord Willem Manderley demanded a trial by combat. Okay, doesn't really concern us though, does it? Let's have a look. Okay, Malister's still got his lands at the moment, which is good. Through a covert conspiracy, my acquaintance Lord Reaver John Vance has acquired a claim on the Kingdom of the Rivers. Okay. This is a thin claim indeed. I wouldn't mind backing his claim, or at least getting involved in it. Or hopefully he tries to press that claim and the Riverlands go with him. And then while he does that, we can go for our independence. As my troops ransacked the keep of Fieldstone, they uncovered an interesting relic that Septon Elmo had hidden away there. Wonderful news. Transfer the 7-pointed star from the treasury of Septon Elmo of Shaggy Pond to the treasury of Lord... Why do we want the 7-pointed star? My lord, I'm pleased to report that I've captured some high-value prisoners. Perfect. I hereby turn them over to you for your judgment. Yours humbly, Bernard. Clap Sir Osmond in irons and leave the rest. Take all his family into house arrest, and that wins us the war. Perfect. And it's obviously going to give us the chance to get some high-value prisoners that we can ransom and make a little bit of money, because we are a little bit short on the old gold. We have successfully seized the castle of Fieldstone after defeating Sir Osmond Strong of Fieldstone. Shall this territory be attached to the personal domain of Blackwood Vale, or shall Sir Osmond Strong be confirmed as its rightful holder to ensure stability? Sir Osmond can swear fealty to me, which will hopefully keep him on side. Let's disband our men quickly. Right, let's have a look then. Sir Osmond, he's not our biggest fan, but we can ransom some prisoners with him. 10 gold there, that's good. We'll get him back on side. How many men do we still have? 2.64. Who's got... How many men do the Blue Fork have? 584, and Stilford have 1,000. Right, so we'll go straight for the Blue Fork then. Claim the Blue Fork, send. Call our men up, go straight through it. We get 68 from Fieldstone as well. Oh yeah, a lot of men. Let's meet up in Fairmarket. Oh. Okay, right. They've got 600 men who are going to straight away attack the army of Fieldstone. Your character is the subject of Bravossi play. I accept your paying your ransom for the safe return of Moraine. Perfect. Would you like to ransom some more of your prisoners? Maybe 10 gold for somebody else? So we can get all that lovely dough. Let's disband this army of 66 men for now. We'll call them back up after we've got our men together and we crush the Cod army. Okay, your liege, your council has been in discontent for 3 months and will be until the 28th of the first moon. This means that if councillors were prohibited by Lord from forming and joining factions, they may now do so. This could potentially destable the realm. Right, have we got any factions? Not against us, only factions in the Iron Islands. Lord Reaver John II for the Rivers, elective succession in the Rivers, Lower Crown Authority. We won't get involved with any of that for now. May your comers rot in your living body. I accept paying the ransom for the safe return. Perfect. Have we got any more to ransom? Yes, we have. Here you go. Another one. Bernie Strong. We'll send her. Get some nice dough for that. Here we go. 1,800 men. Merged together. May your years be short and miserable. I accept paying your ransom for the safe and the return of Benny. How much money do you have left? You've still got 45 gold. Lovely. Oh, but I don't think we've got any prisoners left, though. Oh. Auto stop plots. Okay, so... kill Moraine Blackwood, so the Brackens are already trying to kill the Blackwood bastards. Your Wisdom and Mercy Legendary, I've sent out MNSs to all the known plotters to seize immediately. Perfect. Right, yes, get our men together. Got to be careful of the factions, of course. Lord Mathis, I write this letter to you to express my disapproval of your wars of aggression. Iron King Harren has no legal right to command me. Right, who have we got in charge of this? We need Desmond, Bernard, and... Baron. I may make all of those noble as they are first men once I have enough money to do so. Let's march straight onto the COD to take them out quickly just in case old Harren gets involved. We don't want that. Would be awesome to take Harrenhal for our own seat at some point. Who's this here? Harroway's town. Oh, Lord Harroway is actually around and he's the High Lord of the Darien Maidenpool now, which is interesting. Wasn't expecting that. I'm very surprised that Harren moved his capital away from Harrenhal back to the Iron Islands. I've got no idea why he did that. It's such a stupid and random thing to do. Right, let's march all our army onto the Blue Fork. I think we literally just crushed the whole COD army in one go. So they've literally got no forces at all. So all we've got to do is just get this under siege very quickly before... Oh, no, there's 122 survivors marching away. Master Clay of King's Course has declared war against the tyranny of King Torrin of the North. Does that mean that they'll call us in to get involved? Or I don't really understand what's happened with our alliance there. There's only 325 defenders here, which is going to be very easy. A message about appoint councillor has been received from Harren. To the most excellent Lord Mathis, blessing upon you in your house, I would like to give you the seat of my council and therefore offer you the title of advisor. We'll take that. We could maybe give you some bad advice, whisper things in your ear, considering we do have pretty decent intrigue. King Ronald II of the Mountain of Vale has inherited the lordship of the Bloody Gate from Sir Robert of the Bloody Gate. Ah, the Arryns, we will take you down. Lord Reaver Edmund Tully's position on Iron King Harren's council is under question. Your acquaintance, Maester Danes, is trying to have him removed and is asking for your support. Let's have a look at Maester Danes. You're just a Maester. You are of the old gods, though. Yes, he must be removed. Votes confident. But I would like to get the Tullys on side. No, Lord Reaver Edmund is doing a fine job, so I don't want to upset the Tullys. They've got a lot of men. 7,000 men? Why have they got so many men? That's a bit ridiculous, really, because I know that they obviously become the Lord Paramounts, but the Tullys are nowhere near as strong as the Brackens, the Blackwoods, the Vances, the Malisters. They're a lot weaker. The council voted to keep Lord Reaver Edmund, so we managed to pick the right choice. That's good. We went with the right one, so at least more people won't dislike us. Osric Karstark has had engines of war added to his treasury. Doesn't really concern us, does it? Why does that interest us at all? What has happened with our alliance? Lord Reaver Danes of Willowswood has declared Willowswood League independence war on Iron King Harren the Black. Interesting. Now this is interesting because we could whoa, no, don't people get attacking us because we want to go for independence too. Now might be the time to do it. Take them and put them in house arrest just so we can end this war quickly. Offer peace, enforce demands, yes. We have successfully seized the lordship of the Blue Fork after defeating Lord Cadwell Cod of the Blue Fork. Shall this territory be attached to the personal domains of Blackwood Vale, or shall Lord Cadwick Cod be confirmed as its rightful holder to ensure stability? No, we'll take it for ourselves. Lord Mathis of Blackwood has usurped the title Lordship of Blue Fork from Master Cadwell of Cod Hall. Drowned Man Tormund's position on Iron King Harren's council is under question. Your acquaintance, Lord Reaver John Vance, is trying to have him removed. Yes, he must be removed. He's Ironborn. Right. Disband our... when we're still in the enemy province. Right, one title. High Lordship of the Trident. Yes. Create. Perfect. Lord Mathis of the Blackwood has created the title High Lordship of the Trident, which we definitely wanted. Right, Blue Fork we shall give to Lord Ravenclaw. And that actually goes really nice, doesn't it? The Blue Fork. That's the perfect place. Grant landed title. Lordship of the Blue Fork with the lower titles. Perfect. So we now have a new Lord of the Blue Fork. We've already got Fieldstone. We've got House Vibrant to the north, which we do need to take at some point. The Brackens are obviously fighting again. Why are you getting us under siege? I don't even want to... Willowwood League Independence War. I don't even want to be in this war. I don't want to offer to join. What? See, I'm not even in this war at all. Where's Vance? Where's Lord Vance? This is Vance, isn't it? Yes. Can we not offer to join on your side? Or is it someone else? Oh no, Willowwood. Lord Reaver. Lord Ryger. No, we can't offer to join on your side either, which is annoying. March back to Fairmarket just so that we can disband our men. Iron King Harren's council has convened and has taken a vote on the matter of Drowned Man Tormund's continued membership of the council. The council voted to keep him. Okay, so we were one of the only ones who went against that, which probably won't work in our favour, but never mind. Do you know what? I might just go and attack this Bracken army just because it's the Brackens. Even though this would be the perfect time for us to go for independence. Okay, here comes the Whore army. Iron King Harren the Black has transferred the vassalty of Lord Willem of Stilfton to Lord Maester of Blackwood. Oh, that's a very, very silly thing to do. That's just saved us so much time and effort. Because he's just done that, we can go for independence now. By him doing that, we haven't got to go for that land now. That is such a cock up on his part, right? Why are we... Oh, because there's enemy... Ah, right. I'm going to attack the Bracken host just because we hate the Brackens, of course. So they're there getting Raventree Hall under a siege. How dare they? Let's go and destroy the Bracken host. Slaughter some Bracken men. It's always a good time to do so. And then we can disband our men. And try and go for our independence ourselves. Oh no, there's loads of men coming to attack, which is not good. Damn it! I don't even want to be in this war. I just want to go for independence, if anything. Why we've literally got the perfect chance to do so, and we're going to get screwed over because we hadn't finished that war. I should have sieged that castle a little bit quicker, the Blue Fork. Battle of Raventree Hall, though, a victory. Can we disband the units? Yes, and we won't lose an F. Perfect. I should do that perfectly. Right, now can we get involved for an independence war ourselves, as we're not actually joined in? Yes, declare war, independence, send. Lord Mathis, I regret to inform you that I have decided to remove you from your position on the council. While you have ably served in your position, I have deemed another person more suitable to sit in your place. Signed, Iron King Harren of the House Whore. You sure that's not just because I've just gone for independence? And our land's looking pretty impressive now, isn't it, Blackwood? Blackwood land's pretty decent size, and now they're no longer enemies. So we can call up our men, and we can call in our allies, the Boltons, the Carstarks, the Umbers, and House Osgrave. Why not House Stark? What has happened with House Stark that they're no longer our allies? It says we've still got an alliance, so I'm not sure really what's going on there. But we should have more than enough men, just because the Whores have obviously lost a hell of a lot of men from the fact that half of the kingdom is now in open rebellion. They've lost all their Blackwood men, all their Trident men. To the diligent Lord Mathis, your wisdom and mercy are legendary. Of course, I will honour my obligations. So are the Boltons, so are the Umbers, so are the Carstarks. Perfect. So hopefully they'll all march south and help us. We do need to get those muds in our court at some point soon. Where are they? They're in here somewhere. Are they yet old enough that we can invite them to our court? Are they not here no more? Where are they gone? Aha, Tristopher Mudd. And his brother. They're 11 and 11. Twins, aren't they, of course? It's a shame that we can't get them in our court. We could plot to kidnap them. I don't really want to be kidnapping children. I could just force move them just to get it done earlier. I'd like to get them here earlier, younger, so that we can then groom them and get them trained how we want them. Can everybody meet up in Blackwood Vale, please? I know that we don't got a great amount of men. Have we got no men from here at all? Oh, it's because of the High Lordship, isn't it? Get everyone here and then we'll start getting the Whorelands under siege as quickly as possible. We need to try and save up 400 coins so that we can try and colonise Old Stones and get that rebuilt up for the Muds. Lord Massive had to listen to advice of a group of my bannermen. I don't really care. Lord Darklin doesn't really concern us. A daughter was born to Lord Mathis of Blackwood and Lady Desmira of Blackwood named Zaya. Zaya Blackwood. I quite like that actually. That's pretty cool. So yeah, we'll keep that name. Why not? And we'll try and get ourselves an Old Gods betrothal somewhere in the kingdom with that. 2,400 men. Not the biggest of armies, but we'll go for it. Baron Bernard, and Desmond. These 3 Thirstmen commanders, I'd like you guys to come up with 3 house names for those 3, if that's alright, as I do want to raise all 3 to nobility, and then maybe give land at some point, only from Ironborn land. I won't be getting rid of any cannon houses if we can help it, but obviously some do die out, some may refuse to convert, etc. So, or maybe just some people like Lord Reva Adam of Southstone, the Bracken Lord across the river. It would be like a shame if something were to happen to him and someone were to take his land, wouldn't it now, Lord Mathis? Can't believe he's plotting to kill our sister, the bastard. Right. Come, yes, let's go and attack this Hoare army in fair market. That will give us some decent war score. We're already obviously getting heavily probably beaten by the Willowwood Independence War, which is, because of that, that's going to make our lives a lot easier to expand into these lands. With them being independent, it's going to be a lot easier, especially if the Brackens have gone for independence with them. Could easily take the Bracken lands then. Absolutely smash this Hoare armor. Perfect. Easy victory. Where should we get under siege? Marlet Bay. I doubt that's that well defended, so that should be pretty easy to get under control. How's Lord Malliser doing? Okay, Lord Malliser's alive still. He just took the High Lordship off him, so at least he's alive, and he owns Cape of Eagles as well. Okay, interesting. Yeah, let's go get some land under siege then. Get our independence. Master Clay of King's Course accepted King Torrin of the North's peace offer. Does that mean we can now get the Starks involved or not? Okay, that's actually pretty well defended. Who owns Gravesham? House Keith. Who owns Marlet Bay? House Grell. Okay. But I'm still really impressed with how good the Blackwood lands now look. We've got one of the biggest areas of land now. Okay, the Northerners are coming slowly but surely. The Boltons are now marching along with the Karstarks and the Umbers, so they'll be here soon to help out. Where are the Osgreys? Ah, here they are. They're slowly marching north. I say River Run was close by, but I know for a fact River Run is very, very heavily defended. But maybe some of these other lands aren't. Maybe Turnsbridge, maybe that might not be that heavily defended. If we go there, and we could always hopefully get joined up with the Osgrey host by doing so. Let's have a look. Is this a... Yeah, there's the Osgrey host as well, so hopefully they'll join their force to ours, the ones that are in Brandstone. Let's just go to Turnsbridge for now and see if we can get that under siege. Okay, they're marching on the go already. Awesome. Managed to get some land under siege for us instantly. They did not mess about, the Osgreys. Okay, this isn't that heavily defended. 1,300 defenders, so we should be able to take that. My lord, I write to express my consternation at the fact that Bernard enjoys command of your armies when someone of higher status would clearly be more appropriate. Well, let's have a look at you, Sir Petaya of Fairmarket. No, Bernard's doing a fine job. You're not even impressive in commanding in military stuff at all. You look absolutely terrible, if anything. We are making money. We're up to 51 gold. That's good. Lord Mathis, after listening to the advice of a group of my bannermen led by Sir Allard Hogg of South Horn, I hereby enact a series of law empowering my council to act and vote on matters pertaining to the governments of the High Lordship of Hayford. Doesn't really concern us though, does it? I don't really know why you're telling us that. Right, almost got this under siege, perfect, and it looks like the Osgreys are coming to join us, which is even better. So now we've got a massive, massive host here. There we go, an easy victory in the siege of Turnsbridge. I don't know if any of you have noticed, guys, but I've finally updated to the latest version of the mod. Obviously, a lot of you have been saying it for a long time, like, why are you still playing on an old one? But yeah, I've finally upgraded. I'm now on 2.1 after all this time. Lord Aegon, the second of Dragonstone, has declared Lord Aegon's conquest of North Cracklaw and Lord Davos of North Cracklaw. Okay, interesting. So the Targaryens are now taking even more land. They took quite a lot of land, actually, haven't they, so far, if I remember right. I know they started taking it straight away in the last episode. We can't actually look. Okay, yeah, so they've took most of it. They'll only have one province left to take once they've took the one they're currently trying to take. Right, let's assault this. There we go, siege of victory, 60%. Awesome. Oh, wow, that's a massive Hoare army there. So we kind of want to avoid that. But then again, the Karstarks are about to join their host to ours, so that will put us at almost 10,000 men ourselves, so we might be able to... Actually, that's going to put us just under, isn't it, 10,000, so we might have enough men. If we just stay here, we'll keep the defensive ground. I don't know where that Hoare army's just gone. It might have gone down to the Stony Septon Pink Maiden, you know. Let's march on to Brandstone then, see if it needs sieging a little bit more. Maybe that Bracken host will join its force to ours. I doubt it, but you never know, it might do. Lord Davos of North Cracklaw accepted Lord Aegon II's peace offer, probably burnt them alive. That did not take them very long. Okay, we've almost sieged this, perfect, 64%. Can we assault? We're not the siege leader. We should be the siege leader because the Brackens are now moving on. So we'll just wait and hopefully we will become the siege leader at some point soon. Nearly at 100 coins, so at least we're not too far off colonising Old Stones, which we should hopefully be able to do soon now that we're bordering it. Need to attempt an assault on this. My lord, heathens attacked me when I tried to spread the word of the gods in... ! I barely escaped with my life and I'm now severely wounded. Okay, that's not good. We really need a better priest because he seems to be getting attacked a lot. Mern Gardner has had the enormous flagship added to his treasury. Oh, good for him. 72% war score now. We should easily be able to get our independence hopefully by the end of this episode. 75% now. Let's move on to Doddington and get that under control. We've got 9,000 men. Where's the Bolton Umber? Aha! 8,000 men in Seaguard. Grave news. Maester Jorah, having been tending to the wounds of the men at your command, is reported to have cracked under the stress and strain of grotesque injuries. The men are now unnerved because of this. How unfortunate. We lose 10% morale, which is not good, but now we're gaining 10% morale, so we're even. Okay, stupid random game. This game does some random shit sometimes. It really does. Right, yes, let's march on to Deddington. That may win us the war. Okay, Lord Reaver Edmund II of Riverrun has declared Riverrun war for Lord Reaver John II's claim on the rivers. Okay, so Riverrun has now declared independence as well. There's nowhere left to get under siege. Where the hell do we march to now? Other than Harrenhal, but I don't really want to try and siege that. Oh, for God's sake. My lord, I am deeply hesitant to ask, but the coffers of your loyal subjects are running dry from the upkeep of the levies you have raised from our lands. Any recompense for the cost of my liege wars would be a great comfort. Give them gold 9, so all that hard-earned gold that we've just saved up we now have to pay away. Where are we going to march to now? We're going to have to march to the Twins, as it's the only place which isn't trying to go independent. Good old House Frey. Right, so let's... yeah, it's the only place left to go. But it looks like half the Riverlands are going to be independent or end up as kings of the river theirself. It was always going to happen, weren't it, though, with Harren? They've raped the Riverlands that much that it was always going to happen. No one's going to want them to rule them just because of the way they do rule over them. My lord, since I arrived in Blackwood Vale, there has never been a shortage of soldiers reinforcing the troops stationed there. Under our guidance, they believe fame and fortune awaits them. Let us hope so. Awesome. Reinforcement rate improved by 50%. We can now finally call in the Starks. Okay, we'll do it anyway. Because they could just... well, there's only one land that we could take, and it's literally bordering the Stark land, so they can send some reinforcements. But I don't know why we couldn't call on the Starks before. What was the reason? Do any of you guys know what the reason why we couldn't do that was? And King Osric Karstark is no longer a participant in the war, neither are the Umbers or the Boltons, because obviously the Starks are now involved. What quality of education would you like to purchase for your son at Lucas Blackwood? He's very impressive. 8, 7, 5, 7, 5. Wow, what do we go? We'll go for diplomacy. Go for a diplomatic education. He's got the quick trait, and obviously we're going to spend highly, which means we've now just lost all that other money that we were managing to save up. Got too many men to siege this. The supply line's quite heavy. My phone's going off for some reason. God, this is ridiculously well defended, isn't it? The Twins. We'll have to go on to Mistlewood instead. We've not got enough manpower to siege the Twins. Ah, we've got more than enough manpower to siege this, though. 12,000 men in Mistlewood. Your aunt, Marine Blackwood, has died, and now it falls to you to decide whether to make the funeral a big and special event or just keep it a private one. Was she murdered, maybe, by the Brackens? Died... oh, no, she actually died a natural death. Okay. She has a daughter, Lady Leanne of... okay, that's why the Braxes are here. Ah, okay. Yeah, she deserves to be honoured with a funeral, but just the Blackwood family. Get a little bit of piety, but we don't want to spend too much money. We don't need to call you in because we've already got the Starks involved. The invitations have been sent to the lords and ladies of the realm to come to the funeral, which is time to prepare the feast for the funeral itself. Spend just enough. Not got any money as it is. There we go. Siege of that is under our control. It's literally just the Twins that we need to get, as there's no... if there was a whore army around to smash, we could do that and say, hey, up is even some of the Iron Islands going against them. I know, they're just not involving themselves. All the guests have arrived at Blackwood Vale, and it is now time to start feasting to celebrate the life of Moraine. At Blackwood, let the feasting commence. Right. 99%. Can we not just enforce demands at 99%? No. Bollocks. Has Harren died? Yes, so it's King Harwin II of the Isle. That's probably why everyone's going against him, because Harren the Black's died. Right, yes, let's go. Just take the twins, if we can. It's going to be hard to take the twins. Is the Stark army on its way? Yes, it is. Once we've got independence, we can start swallowing up some of these other kingdoms that have gone for independence, like the Sea Guard. Who is the High Lord of Sea Guard, then? Oh, he's got it back. Lord Malister's managed to get it back. No wonder he was always going to go against him, wasn't he? Summer is nearly at an end, and so autumn and the harvest is upon us. The feasting shall celebrate this time with food from throughout Blackwood, including boar, goose and berries, salmon and lobster brought to Blackwood Vale. As part of this, you must decide how much of the harvest is to be set aside for winter. We will set aside a large portion. We are of the old gods. We know what winter's all about. A minor landholder of Blackwood Vale has come to the court seeking justice. He claims that your bodyguard, Sir Darren Brax, trespassed on his land, despoiling his property and causing great loss. He presents evidence and witnesses to this effect. Guards arrest Lord... I don't really want to arrest Lord Brax. These witnesses and evidence are not enough. I will make him pay recompense. Yeah, we'll make him pay recompense for the damage that he has done. It's only fair. We're massively in debt now. The funeral. 3 days have gone by since Moran passed away, and the body was cleaned, prepared for burial, and wrapped in a shroud and laid at the base of the weirwood tree. Kerth and close kin of the dead arrive to mourn, with each placing offerings for the dead about the body. As darkness draws in, the gathered party make their way to the Godswood as the eldest kinsman, hooded and cloaked in heavy linen, proceeds forward and enters carrying the runic weirwood staff. Everyone present sets their eyes downcast, fearful of glimpsing the staff. The staff is put to the body to measure, then the kinsman whispers to the body before departing. As soon as the ritual is concluded, those closest to the dead gather up the body and carry it to the grave, where they offer their final farewells, and so it is done, and we gain 40 pietas, so that's good. Damn, the supply line here is pretty terrible. 11,000 at the twins. It's really hard to take the twins. But there's literally nowhere else I can attack other than Harrenhal. And that's got an 11k supply line as well. That's going to be even harder to take. So what the hell do we do? Are any of these lands not 100% siege? Maybe the Frey lands or the Erenford, maybe? No, they're fully... The Frey lands are fully sieged. So maybe Erenford is as well. So, literally just got to sort of wait. We're just at 99%. Can't enforce demands, which is very annoying considering we're winning so heavily. And there's just nowhere to attack because the whole of the Riverlands have risen up against the... Okay, the Starks are over on the Isle, so maybe they'll win it for us. We've got no... I don't think we have navy at all, do we? We've got a prisoner. Who's our prisoner? Zia, Lady of Cod Hall. Ah, can we ransom her? Yes, we can. Let's get some money. My bodyguard, Sir Darren Brax, has expressed a desire to get married. Marry as you please, good sir. Oh my god, we literally can't get anything under siege. May your years be short and miserable. I accept paying your ransom for the safe return of Lady Zia. Perfect. Give us a bit of your money. Harrenhal's too well defended. There's no point. We've just got to sort of sit around and wait for somebody else to win this war for us without taking huge casualties, which I don't want to do. So I want to try and keep our men at full strength, ready for when we try and expand. Okay, the Starks have got the twins under siege. Do you know what? Let's join them. We'll just have to risk losing some men to try and get this war over with as quick. Oh no, now they've marched away. We've not got enough men here to siege it. Oh no, there's 12,000. There's some of the men here with us. Harwin Hoare is now known as the Black. Okay, well that didn't take too long to be named after his father. We're halfway down to sieging this down. 5,000 men. We're only just over the supply limit by 1,000. So hopefully whoever's here with us loses more men than we do. We've only got 2,500 men ourselves anyway. Most of these men attached to us are Northerners and Osgreys anyway. Almost sieged it. Lord Aegon of Dragonstone has declared Dragonstone slave raid on Duskindale. Okay, so the Targaryens are still practicing slavery, which isn't very... Okay, awesome. Now I've got enough men to survive under this bad supply line, so all we've got to do is get this now under siege. My Lord Eric of Vollen Ferris has been defeated. I don't care. What the hell do we care about that for? Nothing of interest to us whatsoever. I love how literally every time Harrenhal, the Hawes' hold over the Riverlands just doesn't last. Even without Aegon invading, it just doesn't last. So one of our commanders died. That's a shame. So it looks like there's only 2 commanders, Beren and Desmond now, guys, for you to make up some names for. Let's put Mathis, our son, in control. And perfect, we're finally at 100%. So let's offer peace and force demands. Yes. The War of Blackwood Independence has ended. Lord Mathis of the Blackwood has won. We have won our struggle for independence and are now titled Lord of Blackwood. Not for long. We'll soon be King of Blackwood. Let's march our men home. Can we actually do that? Found a new kingdom. Once we have the money. I'm going to say we do hold 2 duchies, so we literally just need the money now to become a king. At the age of 27, your acquaintance Jorastar died in battle. Right, I'll bring the men home off screen, guys. So thank you all so much for watching the second episode. I hope that you did enjoy. Obviously, we've managed to get independence and we've gained 3 new provinces as well, so we now have 2 high lordships. So yeah, we're going to manage to get a lot done in that episode, which was really good. Thank you all so much for watching. As always, please don't forget to like, comment down below, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Come up with some names for those 2 commanders that we've got so we can give them their own first man houses, and I'll see you all very soon for the next episode.